So hi there, Nintendo World Report viewers. This is SteamWorld Heist from Image and Form, and I'm Brian, the guy that is lucky enough to be running Image and Form. I'm going to do a little bit of a demo for you. So what we see here on the screen is Captain Piper and her fantastic accomplice, Seabrass. They're sort of crouching here waiting to start their mission, where they're going to find some loot in one of the spaceships that they've just entered. And so Piper is to the right there, and she's saying that we should really avoid boarding these scrap ships, don't you find? And Seabrass says, "Without getting some water, we're stranded and dead anyway, Captain." "Right you are, sailor," says Piper. And this is how you move about. You use the D-pad to sort of walk along. You see, I'm walking along like a yellow path here, and I get a cog when I get to this door here, and that means that I can interact with that object, a door in this case. I'm going to open it up and see what happens on the other side. You can see like everything else is dark. It's sort of like a fog of war mechanic. So we're opening up. Oh, a bad guy. Totally a bad guy. That is a scrapper, and they're like the scum of the earth, or scum of space, I should say, because SteamWorld Heist is actually, it's a turn-based combat game featuring steam-driven robots, and it's set in space. So Captain Piper, who is a space pirate, needs to take this robot out of service. You see, I'm aiming my gun here, and she has you can see the trajectory. It's like it's almost like a laser sight on that gun, and I can ricochet shots like this any way I want to. But I think in this case I'm just gonna go for either a straight shot or the old back to the head shot. Oh, or I can miss like I did there. So Seabrass to the rescue. He's got a much more powerful gun. He doesn't have a laser sight, but it really packs a punch. So there we go. And that robot is no more. Well, you can see it's just scrap parts. When you hit or sort of kill an enemy, or you get killed yourself, what happens is that we kind of pull the skeleton out of the rig of that character. So all the parts of all the remains actually fly off with correct physics. And we're very proud of that. That looks very, very cool. So Seabrass, I should just show the room here. It's like it's a very, very nice looking room. Kind of got reddish lighting, and we got some bad guys down here, and they're not going to hesitate to take us out of service. So yeah, we're going to be make very sure that they don't get a chance. So I'm putting Seabrass behind this barrel. I'm putting him in cover here. You can see that he's crouching, and I could try to take a shot from here, but I'm sort of very far away, and without a sight I can't really do it. So I'm just going to cancel that. He's going to put his gun back, and I'm going to put him in a really safe place back here. And there comes this terrible robot, and he fires into the barrel, and there's another shot into the barrel. Luckily these first guys are really just poor shots. And there's Captain Piper. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but when she's aiming, she's actually closes one eye to get a better aim. Very important stuff. So there you have it. Obviously, it's in every turn-based shooter, I think the headshot is always the way to go, and we're going to go for that. Wonderful. Stuff flying all over the place. So Seabrass goes into action. We have the opponent there by the fire, and I think we can actually hit him from there. It's going to be pretty tricky because we might hit that first barrel, but I'm going to try anyway. Oh! It's a hat shot. It's the most difficult thing that you can do in SteamWorld Heist. I'm very proud that I just did that. So I'm going to call up Piper to sort of hit that guy first. You saw we shot the hat off that guy. That hat is actually lying over here, and we can pick that up later. I'm going to talk about the hats in a second. We're just going to shoot this guy first. Or not shoot. Decommission is what we say. And here is Seabrass. He's sort of going for the... Yeah, he's getting very close. Up close and personal with this guy. And hasta la vista, baby. And there you see how all the parts sort of fly away. Now Piper quickly moves over to retrieve that hat. You can see, like, I get a cog there. That means that there is something for me to interact with. And the hat is lying there. If you shoot the hat off an enemy, they will drop that hat and you can pick it up. And hats are really important for robots. Everybody knows that steam-driven robots are crazy about hats. Hats, like a steam-driven robot with a huge hat collection is a feared and respected robot. And so if one of your robots picks up a lot of hats, it's actually going to affect the enemies in ways like, if you remember in the Wild West when a gunman would kill a lot of people, he would sort of put notches in his belt or in his gun handle. This is the same way. These guys collect hats. And yeah, might sound like a vain thing to do, but yeah, those hats, they're really proud of their hats. And there you also see another effect, that if you manage to pull off a really good shot, you might actually get it sort of played in slow motion as it happens. Here we have, I can hit this guy straight, but I can also, I just wanted to show you a little bit more about the ricochet stuff. And I should also say that we're sort of experimenting with ricochets, that we're making it so that, thinking of making it that if you manage a ricochet shot, you will actually do more damage than if you did a straight shot, sort of rewarding a ricochet shot. So I'm going to do this and hopefully hit this guy. I did. Well, Piper is carrying sort of a, it has a laser sight, but it's sort of a pea shooter otherwise. But Seabrass, he has this fantastic hand cannon that he's lugging around, and there she goes. So there are no more enemies in this room here, so I'm just going to head on out into the next area. I'm going to go up here. Now I'm just going to crouch here for a second and bring up Seabrass as well, because there's a new room here. We don't really know what's going on in here, so I'm just going to have the guys sit down here for a second, and then now that they're sort of fresh on their turn, I'm going to let them walk into that room. And there are a lot of enemies here. There's also another character, and Piper says, "Oh, this Fisher fellow seems to be in need of assistance." And Billy Gill says, "Blah, blah, blah." It's a fish robot with an Uzi. I think everyone should have one. And she says, "Right, let's give him a leg up before he bites it." And so she walks into the room. Remember, she is now still within the yellow range here, so she can fire a shot afterwards. There's some menacing people over here, but I want to show you one thing in the game. So let's move over here. And now she's in position. She can take a shot, and she will do it. But will she do the obvious and shoot this guy here? No! She wants to interact with the environment. Oh, there's a wooden barrel up here. I wonder what it does. Let's see if we can hit it. Kadoosh! Exploding barrels. Should be a part of every decent game. Oh, and there's Seabrass enters the fray, and so does Billy Gale. Hey, Billy! And Billy has, as I said, an Uzi, so it's got quite a kick. It fires multiple bullets, and the gun will kick. You will see it here now. It's kind of short range anyway, but here we go. That's very much enough to sort of stop that guy. And we're moving up here. I'm going to show you another thing. It's like I can actually switch characters while they're moving, so I can move all the characters simultaneously if I want to. It's sort of just to speed up the movement a little bit, so I don't have to wait for the animations if I don't want to. So I'm going to get everyone in place. It's going quite quickly here. And then we're going to enter this area here. Again, we don't really know what's behind that door, so I want to make sure that I stay in the yellow range as I go in. And here I go. Oops, there are some bad guys in here. Now, I'm looking around the area now. It's like there's one guy, we know that he's pretty bullet tolerant. And there's this new thing here, like a stationary thing that we haven't seen before, a turret. And there's this guy who's pretty weak. But we're doing this thing with Piper here, and we know that she's got a pretty bad gun. So I'm going to actually move her back and put her into safety like that. Now, Seabrass, on the other hand, we know his gun really packs a punch. So we're just going to move him in position, and he's going to take out this guy there, hopefully, and he does. Now, Billy has an Uzi that is really nice, but we know also that it sort of sprays bullets everywhere. I'm just going to move him into position like this. And so, yeah, just have him behind cover a little bit at least. Still, he gets to take a little bit of a beating. So, I'm going to move Piper closer now because I'm hoping I can finish these guys off in one turn. And I'm going to start there. It didn't really decommission that guy. But I think we're going to be fine. So, Seabrass takes the turret. There we go. It was an easy shot. And then Billy, just to show you what a kick it has, I'm just going to take that shot from a little bit more of a distance. So here we go. It sort of sprays upwards like that. So you really want to use Billy in close combat. And now we're going to move into this last area here. I'm going to put Piper first and then sort of line everyone up after her. So they're all ready to enter the room. These guys will have to wait, and Piper goes first. Okay, so here we are. And she says, golly, he's a big one. Hey fellas, locals aboard, let's rip him apart. We'll just help ourselves to some of that water if you don't mind. Terrible, no manners whatsoever. So we're just gonna move in and go for it. I'm gonna put Piper behind this barrel here, and she can take a shot. She's probably not going to finish any of these characters off because of the weakness of that gun, but anyway, she can do damage. So I'm going to go for that turret up there, that one. I'm just going to wait for this. You can see this sway also. I didn't discuss it. It's almost like the robots are breathing, but obviously it's like without this the game wouldn't be half as interesting, because now it all comes down to the timing with which I release this shot. So I'm going to go for it there. Right. It doesn't finish it off. And I'm going to get Seabrass. He's going to go just between them and hit something else. There's a turret up there. I think he's just going to go for that one. Yeah, there we go. That should be quite nice, actually. Boof! In slow motion it falls. And Billy doesn't really have a good shot anywhere here. So I'm going to be bold here and move Billy up to the front line. And so the turret fires, the boss fires, that sort of that Russian-looking dude fires. And well, since she already started, I'm going to let her finish up that turret there. And we've got Seabrass, who we know has a killer short-range weapon. So just get him really close to this guy here, this henchman, and that should finish that guy off, I hope. Yes. And Billy, since he's got a spray, we can sort of be relaxed with the aiming. We're going to get a lot of ricochets off the short wall there, that black wall. And so we just go and do maximum damage. Okay, so it's the boss is left. He just barely missed Piper there. And I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the order here. I'm going to use the left shoulder button to switch the order and get Seabrass into position. So I'm moving him forward like this. And he's not going to take him out because he's too powerful, but he's definitely going to get a decent leg shot in there. And then Billy comes even closer, and hopefully he can finish this guy, because if he doesn't finish him off with this shot, we're kind of in trouble, because you see this barrel here to the right. If the boss hits that barrel afterwards, he's going to deal some serious damage to both Billy and Seabrass. So I hope we're going to make this shot count. Please, Billy, do your best. Oh no, he's still alive. But since I was switched the order before, it means that Piper has one shot left. And I'm just going to move her a little bit closer and hope for the best here. Since we have a laser sight there, we are going to make this shot, I think. And it's kind of fitting that the captain finishes off the captain. And there he goes. And there is the loot that we're after. Alright, everybody, move into position. Get that loot. I'm just going to speed move them, or I don't have a good term for that, like how you sort of run them quickly into position, but yeah. I'm just moving up the ladder so everyone gets to be a part of just retrieving the loot. And Piper gets to do it, captain's honors, and a winner is I. Thank you so much, viewers. I hope you enjoyed that little walkthrough. Peace and love from Image and Form.